Week's review from Chris Götz and how my startup is performing. So first of all, it was another mind-blowing week. I just get so much inspiration on a daily basis, and I actually learn on a daily basis. So my learning curve is going something like that, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously amazing, and I love that stuff. I totally still, every morning I wake up, I just think, oh, this is awesome. Again, I can work on my own business. I can work whenever I want, whenever I want, and on whatever I think I should work on. And it feels so free, because I was hardworking already before, but now I'm really free. So on Saturday, for example, I worked in the Hunter Valley while Marcus was having a little nap, and I was just sitting there sipping my wine and just worked on the website again. So totally loving it. So let's straight recap. Number one is cutting the video blog. Yeah, we've seen this little bastard, didn't we? And it's still there, but it's just not my priority at the moment. So I uploaded quite a lot of other video blogs, and I will upload that eventually. At the moment, my iPad is letting me a little bit down, but as I said, it's just not one of my highest priorities, and that's why I created a lean process around that. So it's one take, it's at the end, just press on upload, done. Don't edit. It's really getting rid of all the waste and focus on what's really important, and that's hopefully the journey I tell you of how I get to where I will get one day. Next one is the website launch. Well, this is not only super exciting for me, but it's also so important. So I try to set up accounts on different pages. Even with YouTube, to monetize your YouTube video, you better have a website to refer to. And there are a couple of other pages, especially for bloggers, where first and foremost, you need to have a website. No website, no login. So that's why at the moment we're really pushing it, and it's just fine-tuning at the moment, little bits here and there, a bit of formatting, a bit of copy, that's 100% on me. But yeah, it's just so much work. But anyway, we're getting there, and it'll launch these days. So I just can't wait to just put it out there, and everybody can see my own little website. And Liam created, also from Working As We Go, a really awesome little logo. It's basically my name, but yeah, I just like it. So exciting. Move on. National Achievers Congress. Awesome. Such a great present from my husband. And so Misha Bridges kick-started it with some squats. Main learning for me was just, beside all of her story, and I touched on that in the last video blog already, it was about how she got to where she is, and she just had to believe in herself, because if she doesn't believe in herself, who else should? So you better go out there and work hard and believe that you're doing the best you can do, and that's actually pretty awesome. So my learning from her session was really getting intention into action, and that's actually why I'm here. So I resigned, and I stopped thinking about, oh, I should better start my own business one day, to let's get it done. And sorry for the clapping, I learned that it's quite loud, I guess, but that's okay, I guess now everybody's awake again. And the other thing was not only do it, because I do have an action log and everything, but capture your successes. So now on that wall I have a little whiteboard, and I also capture my successes, so my key milestones, what I've accomplished already, so I can look back and I know that even though there is this pile of to-dos, there is already this one growing. This one will never actually reduce, I bet, but this one is growing, and that's awesome to see. So yeah, that was my learning from that session. Afterwards, at the end, we had Richard Branson, and he's just a pure inspiration. He is so amazing. And yeah, so that was really, really cool. So unfortunately, my email didn't get it through. So I tried all combinations of his name. I even sent an email to Mary Folio, because she was in Macau the weekend before he arrived here. But they didn't want to forward it. I don't get that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Next time, I want to give him a hug, and I want to talk to him about, or present to him, pitch him my business idea and where I'm going towards, what my goal is and what I want to achieve ultimately. and I can't wait to hear his feedback. So yeah, that was really, really cool. So let me just in my notes, because that's actually how it all started today. I decided to, maybe I should get a bit more digital. Sorry, it's just a little bit out of this normal recap. And thought, okay, maybe I just do my notes on my iPad. So I typed my notes, blah, 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 created Evernote account, everything awesome. I was said and done, and then I'm like, yeah, great. So if you not have seen my photo of my cameraman, you cannot see it yet because you will only see it when the website is online. When you see my cameraman, it's actually my iPad. So it was a bit pointless to put my notes on the iPad. Anyway, so I shared it with my laptop, and now I do have my notes on my laptop. It was just because I thought it's easier instead of handwriting it every day. Every time, I guess I'm going back to handwriting. So yeah, I don't have to look a lot into the notes, but still, up in a while, it's just good to have a look into it. So that's with regards to technology, and make sure that when your iPad is your camera, don't put your notes on your iPad. The Red Sea launch. That was really interesting because I met Will and Steve from My Kitchen Rules and also their manager. So there's a manager. They are a brand. They are a business basically. And that was interesting for me because I just do everything myself at the moment. So I do everything on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And I have to learn all these technologies and social media. And they have a manager, which is awesome. And then I started looking behind other scenes, and I mean, we all know this. Mary Folio has a whole team behind her. Melissa Ambrosini has a whole team. Chris Carr has a team. I bet she has. Rich Roll even has a CEO for his company under his name, which is amazing. But that's where I realized, yeah, of course, Chris, you want to create a business. Of course, one day you will have people working together with you to reach your goals, and I can't wait. But that was really interesting to see that. So they set the strategy together, and because the good thing about it is you're not that much in your own business, because you start getting passionate about stuff and you lose track a little bit of all the frameworks. I know all of these frameworks, and if I would coach you, I would tell you, look, what's your target audience? What's the why you're doing it? What's the how, what, and so forth. So we would go through all of these different frameworks. Doing it yourself, it's a bit different because you just really dive into, and you have so much to do. So it's an amazing experience for me to walk through that at the moment. At that event, I met so many different people, but I blogged about that specific event already, so I don't want to touch on that too much in this precious time. But no, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to get to another event. It's just every time you meet someone, you don't know who it is, and you don't know what their story is, but you learn a bit more about them, and by learning more about them, you can apply it to your own journey. So, love it. Next one was the next coaching session. Yeah, we had that on Thursday night, I believe. Really, really amazing again. So much information. This lady, Bianca Krzak from Yam Gluten Free, she's just full of information. She just did it, especially with Yam Gluten Free over the last 2 years, but different stuff before already. So she told me a bit more fine-tuning around social media, and we were talking about a media kit, so that's on my to-do list for next week. Getting a media kit, and also reverse income. I find that term, and I don't know if it's actually a term, but reverse income basically is you have someone pay for stuff you would usually pay for. So you don't have a real income, but you don't have to pay the money for it. And another English word I learned are for mills, which is basically the reverse income. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool, and it's a good way, I think, for me, starting with my own cookbook, to get some kind of reward for what I'm doing, and provide other brands the opportunity, if they fit into my strategy, and work together. So it's really, really cool. So I'm quite excited about that as well. Then we had fish burners. Yeah, that was actually planned for Friday, and yeah, this is why I love being my own boss. So on Friday I had to take a day off for private reasons, and I didn't have to ask anyone. I just got a text in the morning, and I decided, yeah, this is a lot more important than doing my website or whatever. So I decided to just put my private life on number one, and I could do it. Okay, I worked on Saturday, but that's alright. I had the Friday Friday off. So really, really cool. Highly appreciate that flexibility around it. But it's not off the agenda at all. So this Friday actually, I catch up with some former colleagues at Fish Burners and go to the pitch fest and just see how other businesses are pitching their business. So that will be this Friday. And then Eat.Drink.Blog, I really have to get onto it. It's on my to-do for today because the tickets are actually getting less and less and less. So I really have to get in there. It's this awesome blogging festival over a whole weekend in October. So fingers crossed I get a ticket, and yes, I'll chase these girls down and try to convince them. No, I will convince them that they should have me on their event because I will learn so much. And I'm pretty sure I can share some of my information as well. So yes, I'm really passionate about that and hope that I get that spot. And lastly, have fun. Oh yes, I nailed that one. I had so much fun. I'm laughing every day. I'm meditating, I'm doing my exercise, plus I'm working so many hours, but I'm doing stuff I really enjoy. So that is amazing. So let's straight jump into the next week. Don't waste any time. Let's get rid of all of this. And a new chalkboard. So what's on the agenda for this week? First and highest priority for me is everything around my website. I want this to go live. So there we go, website. The next one is, as I just said, Eat, Drink, Blog. Can't wait. Then we have the media kit. Sure, I definitely will need a media kit, and I will be able to use some of the stuff I created for the website in the media kit. So they're a little bit linked. So I have to get onto that one. Then we have, I forgot to mention that. Bianca also provided me some quotes for photos, editing, printing, and so forth for the cookbook. So I definitely have to review that to see, okay, what are the numbers saying? So how much money do I need to acquire? On the other hand as well, to just get it out there and spoil you all with my amazing allergy-friendly dinner party cookbook. So that's definitely what I have to do to build the business case. Next one is my Cookbook.xls. I already have it all in PowerPoint, so the whole structure and everything. What kind of recipes do I want? What kind of countries do I want to showcase and so forth. What I do not have yet is the Excel. So I started it, it's not yet finished, just to track where am I? Where are the hardcore allergy versions at? Where are the softer versions at? So just to make sure, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm at from a tracking perspective. So I definitely have to get on that. Next one is Facebook ads. I have to learn from that. So I just did a little ad on one of my Facebook posts and my page. So we'll see how that turns out. And if I acquire some more likes on Facebook as well through that. And just learning. So this is what I'm doing with regards to that. And then lastly, going back to public speaking. Tomorrow I'm going to Optus and Toastmasters and go back to Toastmasters, a club here in Australia. It's actually worldwide, just dedicated to public speaking. So go back there. And then lastly, again, as usually, I will have a lot of fun. And here we go. So quite a lot on the plate. I guess I will get in rocking and just see how I go. And can't wait. So let's see what's on that list for next week. Woo. Have a good day and lovely talking to you.